The third episode of What If came out today, and I just watched it now. Again, just like all the other episodes, I don't wake up early to watch a show. I don't need to start off my day watching it, but I did watch it, and I have to say, this is definitely the best episode yet. It focuses on basically what happens if all the Avengers were killed during the Avengers Initiative. Initiative? Is that the word? You know what I mean. So it basically follows around Nick Fury, and he sees all the Avengers slowly getting picked off, and he has to figure out how this is happening. How did Tony die? How did like all this? And obviously that isn't a spoiler. That is literally the plot of the episode. And I went into the episode not knowing anything about it. I had no idea what it was about, and then I clicked on it and I read the little description here. I hadn't seen anything on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok or anything before I went into it, and I have to say I did really enjoy this one. I think it's the best one yet, and I like that this episode improved even more than the last one. I like that every episode is just getting better and better and better. Now, I enjoyed the first episode. It was solid. It was good. It wasn't anything great. Second one was actually pretty good. Like, it was a big improvement compared to the first one, especially because it took place over the course of like a few days. Unlike the first episode, that was one of my biggest problems with it. It felt like a 2.5 hour movie crammed into one, or over 2 hour movie crammed into 30 minutes. Whereas this one, again, just takes place over like the course of a week, but it doesn't ever feel rushed. And that's what I like about the episode. Now, there are definitely problems with it. There are little things that, again, I don't know what the hell it is, but I keep saying this in every video. There's something with the mouth movement. It's just weird. I think that's probably just me. I don't know what it is, but it's just a little bit weird, a little bit off to me, and I always notice it less and less as the episode goes along. But I will say, at the start of the episode, my nose was itchy. At the start of the episode, I was just like, okay, why does this keep happening? I don't know what it is, but I will say the animation is pretty good here. Some of the action scenes are a little bit like weird, and it is just in the animation style. It's very different, but the action worked for me, and the dialogue was interesting because of the voice acting, because some people returned, some people didn't. Now, the standout to me for this episode was Nick Fury. I've had a standout every single episode, and it typically seems to be the leading star. And Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson is back, and he's amazing as always. Perfect casting. And it's funny because you can tell when like the main stars are back. Like, you could tell that, let's say, like Cliff is back. Cliff? Yeah, Clint. That's his name. I'll leave that in. You can tell that Jeremy Renner is back as Hawkeye, or Clint, that's his actual name, or Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner. You can tell that, or Nick Fury, or like Agent Coulson, all these people. You can tell they're back, but you can also tell that it's not Scarlett Johansson that's back, and that's okay. I do hope that she wins this lawsuit against Disney, because she definitely deserves to win that one. But that's a different topic for another time. But I will say, for the people who filled in, they did a good job. Like, you can tell that it is someone else, but I mean, I feel like we're so used to seeing people like Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, or Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Like, we're so used to seeing these people that when you hear a different voice, you see something different, it's just kind of weird and kind of off-putting at first. And that's just a little thing. That's just something I had to mention. This episode was very, very good. It was easily the best one yet. I'm interested to see where the rest of the show will go, because I know they have to explore like the whole zombie thing. And one of my last shifts at work, 2 of my coworkers were telling me about it, and they told me a lot about it, so it makes me more interested for those episodes. I think they'll be really cool. And this episode definitely felt longer than the other ones, but it kind of worked because I was invested in sort of the whole thing. There are problems, some of the things that happen, I'm just like, okay, this is stupid, or something will happen really quickly, and it's not like the whole thing feels rushed. But with Tony, like it happens so quickly here. I'm not really going to go into spoilers with this video, just because the main plot almost seems like a spoiler enough. But I will say, this was a good episode. This show wasn't going to be great or anything. I wasn't going to love it. I don't wake up and go watch it right away. I can go do whatever. I was playing guitar before this. I was eating breakfast and everything, like all this before I ended up watching it. But it is good, and if you're interested in diving deeper into the MCU, I recommend the show. But if you want to just stay like the surface level MCU fan, I guess, then you don't need to watch it. But I want to know what you thought of this episode. Tell me down below, what would you rank the first 3 episodes? Obviously, I think they've gotten better as they've gone along. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Over and out.